everyone, this is Neetu Rishi, your host for the Passionpreneur Talk Show. People know me by different names. Some call me an author, an entrepreneur, a model, and much more. But one word that describes me best is a passionpreneur because I converted my passion into my business. And through this show, we bring the stories of all those people who have those hidden talents and they have broken the boundaries and made it possible. And today, I have a special guest. She's so close to my heart. She's all the way from Houston, none other than Payal. Welcome, Payal. How are you?
Thank you, Neetu.
So good
I'm
to see
good.
you.
Good to see you too.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your precious time and sharing your journey with our audience.
You're
They're
welcome.
excited. All right. So, a little about Payal. Not a little, I have too much to say. But yes, let me try to confine it in few words. Few words that describe her best is first of all, she's an influencer, a fashion blogger. She's also Mrs. Asia World.
World 20.
Mrs. Asia World. She has that, even though she has an invisible crown on her head, but she has a crown which shines bright. And she's also an engineer. Let's try to listen from her how she balances all these things and how she started this journey and reached where she is today. So, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. So, Payal, tell us, how did this journey start? Was it all of a sudden an opportunity knocked your door and you said yes, or was it something because you belong to Mumbai, the Bollywood industry?
Mm-hmm.
So, was it something in your head since that childhood? So, tell our audience.
Yes. So, I am from Mumbai. And during my engineering days, we used to have these fashion shows, inter-college festivals, fashion shows. And those were on a big scale, right? Because I was in Juhu and I'm from SNDT Mumbai.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we used to have those fashion shows, we had Bollywood celebrities coming to judge our shows. The Bipasha and John Ibrahim were our
Wow.
judges, and our choreographers were Rani Mukherjee's brother, Raja Mukherjee. And so it was on a bigger scale.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's how it started my journey during engineering days. We started doing fashion shows and learning more about fashion. And
Mm-hmm.
that stayed with me when I came to America after marriage. And
Uh-huh.
so I got a little break because I had to concentrate on professional career. And then once I was done with all my family, that's when it restarted again.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Very nice.
Yeah.
Yes, we need to take care of, taking care of our bills first, and
Right.
especially the education. I'm sure, our parents used to say when you talk about that, I want to be a model or I want to be a fashion designer. I think I always heard that. No, that's something for a different level of people. We
Mm-hmm.
belong to middle class, so that
Correct.
is not for you, right?
Right,
I'm sure
right.
we all face that. But
Mm-hmm.
kudos
Now
to
the
you. You gained that courage and reached here.
yes.
So when your family was taken care, your
Mm-hmm.
job was taken care, then what was the timeline that you followed to take this step in the world of modeling?
Right. So once I had my second kid, that's when I decided, okay, let me work on my passion now because I was pretty much doing good in my career as when it comes to professional career, and I wanted to work on my passion. And I knew fashion is my passion, and
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to do something related to fashion. So I decided to coach my friends who were asking for help when they were doing pageants and all
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a little knowledge about it, and I started coaching my friends, close friends who were participating in pageants. And
Mm-hmm.
that's how they also encouraged me, saying that, my God, you know so much about fashion and so much about walk and so much about pageant industry.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you also take a crown or participate in a pageant so
Yes.
that way you can be a professional coach? And
Uh-huh.
I like that idea. And
Mm-hmm.
so when people approached me to be a part of pageant, I decided to do Mrs. Asia World.
Very
And
nice.
that was the right time actually because it was
Uh-huh.
during COVID time and
Uh-huh.
I had so much time for me to work on my
Mm-hmm.
passion. So I decided to go for pageant and I won the crown, Mrs. Asia
Awesome.
World. And that was another feather in the hat where my journey started from pageant to then I could go to fashion and
Mm-hmm.
blogging and modeling. So
Right.
that's how
Right.
it restarted for me.
Very nice. And then when you talk about fashion shows, were you the one who were looking for opportunities or the fashion shows or the universe helped you? So tell us more about that as well.
Right, right. So these days, what I've noticed is it's not that stereotype nowadays that people want to have a model who is 5'8" and up. because that's very unrealistic, and it's very hard for people to do modeling who are shorter than 5'8". So thanks to industry now, which is changing, and they are adopting to more changes and more short models or medium height models, because
Yes.
they don't have this requirement. All they see is the confidence. Can you walk in heels? Can you wear high heels? And that's all they're looking for, and which is so amazing, because
It
that's
is.
so that was required at this
Yes.
point. And people who are married and who has kids, like, people look at, they don't look at them as models.
Yes.
But there was a designer from Houston who was looking for a sari model, and she thought I was perfect because I love wearing saris, and she had seen my pictures on Facebook. So she approached me for one of the biggest interstate festival called Akka. It was Kannada festival, and that's where she was organizing a fashion show.
Okay.
And I was supposed to wear a sari, so she said, why don't you be my model? And for that, we got a very high-end choreographer who flew from Miami to Houston to train
Wow.
us, and he taught us basics of modeling again, T-shape and how to walk and everything. So that's how my journey restarted with fashion shows with one of my designers from Houston.
Very nice.
And once that was a hit, then other designers started approaching me, and that's how I did multiple
Yes, your
fashion
work
shows.
starts speaking, right?
Yes.
And today you have reached at all levels. You have worked for New York Fashion Week for biggest
Right.
designers, and I think at the biggest ramps as well.
Yes,
It's
I
so
was
great
fortunate.
that you learn and then you coach other people. That is
Correct.
the biggest thing I think makes our life worth it,
Yes,
isn't it?
perfect. Yes,
Right.
yes.
But when people see this journey of you being an influencer, I know you have amazing followers on Instagram, and the content that you post, I could see that authenticity and the heart that you put. But sometimes people don't see that hard work.
Right.
Would you like to tell our audience that how did that influencer journey start, and what were the steps that you took? How did you learn? Was there somebody to coach you? Was there somebody to guide you, or just you decided I'll do it on my own and prove myself?
Sure. Yeah, I think that's something that actually I wanted to tell the audience and tell all my friends, and whoever knows me, they know that whenever they approached me to learn more about Instagram or blogging or anything, I have helped them a lot, because I feel like when I started my journey, it was during COVID time. After I won the pageant, I decided to do fashion blogging. So I did my regular blog where I used to post pictures of me with different sari drapes and different fashion pictures and all that. But I think a lot of people don't have time to actually go and read your blog. What they see is visual, right? Like what you're wearing. So someone told me Instagram blogging is better. Like if you're an influencer or if you're a content creator, that's something that you can reach more audience to.
Right.
So that's how I turned my Facebook into Instagram, because till then I wasn't very active on Instagram. But then when I learned about it, I thought, okay, that's the way to go. And that's what is going on right now. So that's how, from regular blogging, from my blog to Instagram, that's how I transformed my journey from there to Instagram. And I started posting my pictures and writing about what I'm wearing and where is it from, tagging different brands or designers, which is very important because everyone needs credit.
Yes.
So that's how I started blogging, and people would just love my pictures, and they would want to like support me, and they would want to like and comment and everything. Then I came to know that there is a bloggers group.
Okay.
So this is very important. People don't know how to grow on Instagram. I came to know there is this whole bloggers group out there in Instagram where everybody wants to follow each other and engage with each other. And that's what I started doing, because when I was there, I was a little lost. I didn't know what to do. How do I grow? How do I get followers? How do I get likes? How do I get comments? What I learned from these 2-3 years is it's all give and take on Instagram.
It's all give and take.
If
yes.
you like someone's pictures and if you comment on them, they return you favor.
They
So
do.
I started liking my bloggers' pictures, like get into bloggers groups, and that's how we were supporting each other and each other's work. And we used to share each other's stories, each other's pages.
Yes.
And that's exactly what we need. We need to support each other in whatever they do. It can be any blogging, fashion, or fitness or anything, right?
Yes, yes.
So once I started doing that, that's how I started growing, because we had these groups where we would follow each other, and that's how I started increasing my followers. After you reach certain level, like 10,000 followers or something, you get this swipe up link.
Okay.
And that is what is required for all these brands who are out there who want you to promote their brands on your Instagram.
Okay.
So because you have a swipe up link, you can link their website.
Yes,
and
yes.
that's how they click on it and buy the product. So that's when you actually start getting more opportunities, because that's when people
Right.
think that you are actually useful for them.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so that's how I started doing paid partnerships with all different brands. Then Express, I got an brand ambassador for Express, Pixie Beauty, and there's so many other beauty and fashion brands, which was really amazing because I did not expect that. Then once I reached certain level, I got this International Influencer of the Year award.
Yes,
Because,
yes, we
yeah,
forgot to talk. Congratulations for that.
thank
Yes.
you. So that was because like my journey in 1 year, it has reached to 50K followers, and people were appreciating my work, and they could relate to me so much because mine was not just high-end fashion, but it was mix of
Yes.
Indian and Western
Yes,
fashion.
what
So I
people
was,
can relate.
yeah, so I was getting approached from Western brands and Indian brands too. And all I did was I wanted to be authentic. I wanted to be realistic. If I think that this product is not working, I wouldn't give the fake review. I would just write that, okay, try this brand and see for yourself how you
Right,
feel.
right.
This is what my experience is, and that's what I did. I was realistic, and that's why people liked me and they were approaching me.
Authenticity does matter, I've seen. And then consistency, right?
Consistency.
I have seen you personally that your posts are always regular.
Yes.
It's not that all the time influencers are free, right? We don't call that they are free, that's why they're doing it. It's their effort, it's their consistent effort that brings the results.
Yes.
I also have a question because I'm sure our audience would also have that. So when you start your influencer journey on your posts, people start posting DM and this and this. So how do they find that what brand is authentic and how to collaborate with them? Would you like to throw some light on that?
Yeah, sure. I had many friends asking me, like, I got a DM saying, we are jewelry brand and would like to collaborate. Everybody gets excited about it. But this is the real thing, right? Like, you need to know what this brand is about. Of course, it will be real, right? Because they'll have posts about the jewelry and everything. But what is important is what is legit and what is fake. So people are out there who would not be legit at all, and they would just want you to buy their product and just say, like, we're going to send you a free product. This will be a free product. You just have to pay small amount of shipping. So best way to do is avoid those people.
Okay.
If they say that DM me, it's not real.
Okay.
If they email you, because it's very important for everybody to put their email address on their Instagram. If it is, you can just create new one if you want, but that's very important because that's how people and brands will approach you, and how they will find you is through hashtags. So if you are an influencer, you have to use the hashtag influencer, hashtag Houston blogger, hashtag
Right.
Dallas influencer, or content creator,
Right.
or USA blogger, because that's how they search you, and that's how they will find you.
Yes,
Otherwise, they will
yes.
not. And it's very hard for you to find brands, but it's nice for them to come and approach you.
Right.
But anything that says pay shipping, not legit.
Okay.
So if the real brands would send you a free product, and they would ask you either a collaboration or a paid partnership.
Okay.
So collaboration is when in the beginning, when you don't know them, they don't know you, they want you to do it for free, right? So I've done free collaborations in the beginning a lot.
Right.
Because that's how you want to build a relationship, and that's how they'll start paying you more. And they will know that, okay, you are a real thing, right? So they will give you a product, send you to your address. Don't be afraid of sending your address. It's not harmful.
Right.
If the company, but you have to do you have to Google a little bit and see if the brand is authentic, right?
Right.
So if they'll send you the product, and all you do is take pictures and post them.
Okay.
And then tag the product and
Right,
whatever the
right.
tagline. They will always tell you what they want in their what they want in their in your post.
Right.
So that is how all these things will happen, and then slowly, when bigger brands approach, they will have a contract and they will have payments, and that's how you'll start
Right.
getting paid
And then you
for it.
start getting paid.
Yes,
Very nice. See, now you know step by step. But first thing is you have to show your talent. You have to show your consistency. You have to show that yes, it will be worth it for them to partner with you. First, you have to show your skill, right?
And the thing is, what worked for me is I don't want anybody to like get ready every day and be on the camera and like create content every 2 days and get all crazy about it. No, on the weekend when you have parties, you get ready anyway. So at that time, just 2-3 hours before, you can just use the same clothes they've sent you, or the jewelry, or whatever the brand is.
Right.
You take pictures and do one shoot with 3-4 outfits,
Right.
and then post it eventually after 2 to 3 days, right?
Make
So
a whole
that's-
plan out
yeah,
of it.
because that's what has worked for me better, because that's how
It is.
yeah.
It's otherwise, you know, with
you're
your
losing
full-time
time.
job, with your family to take care,
Exactly.
being a multitasker, it becomes very challenging.
Very
That's a very
challenging.
nice idea, right?
So
You
it's
go
just
to
a week,
events,
2 hours, 2 hours of per week, which is
uh-huh,
doable.
which is doable.
Yeah, and when you go out, just like create stories, right? Yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
tag your friends, do whatever. It just makes you closer to your audience. When I
Right.
started, there was no one to help me, and that's why I'm open here to tell people, like, once you grow to certain level, you do have media agencies calling you, telling you
Mm-hmm.
free followers, like paid followers, and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to you. There's nothing wrong or right about it. If you want to grow on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
you can buy followers, but make sure they're not fake, they're not bought,
Right.
you know, because it's not that easy to grow quickly, and you might get the support of social media agencies who
Mm-hmm.
approach you. It all depends, like, are you desperate for it? Do you want to pay for it? I mean,
Right.
it's your personal choice. Like,
Yes,
I
yes.
wouldn't judge people based on, like, oh, she's
Number of
paid for the
followers.
followers.
Yes,
Like, it doesn't
yes.
matter.
Doesn't matter.
It's up to you. Like, slowly steady you can grow also, but you can grow quickly also, but
Mm-hmm.
make sure they are not bots. How do you know bots? They don't have profile pictures,
Yes.
they have numbers on their IDs. So make sure that you don't go for those people who are fooling you by taking payments from you. You have to
Mm-hmm.
make sure those agencies are legit too, because
Right.
people have got
Right.
robbed. They've not
Mm-hmm.
got followers. If they've got followers, they dropped it quickly. So there
Mm-hmm.
are a lot of
Do
loopholes.
you have a course where you teach all this?
I would love to.
Yes, so definitely. You can find her on Instagram by the
Yeah.
name
Pious
Payal,
Fashion Palette.
Payal's Fashion Palette.
Yeah.
And I know she's a very humble, one of the most supportive person I have come across. She'll always help you. And then she has been doing it. And because she has been doing it, she has achieved that results. So she can share that with you. So don't forget to reach out to her. And you have to go out on social media. I always hear people, oh, I want to go there,
But
but
I'm
I'm afraid
scared.
of
I'm
going.
not.
I'm
Yeah.
scared, right? I think it's all about courage. I know when you talked about height and all, my height is 5'1", and I was asked when I participated in a pageant, are you sure you want to participate? I said, my confidence is 6'2". I don't care about my height, right?
Exactly.
So that is what we want to say. Any last message of advice for our audience before we let you go? I know your time is precious.
Yes, I would just encourage every woman of every age, every size, every height. Just go out there. If you are into fashion, modeling, or anything that you're passionate about, don't worry about what people would say. I would just say, just go ahead and do it. When you start doing it, you will learn about it and you will grow higher. That's exactly what happened to me, and it is out there. People know about it, and my journey is been an inspiration for a lot of people because I come as a realistic model. I am not size 0, I'm not 5'8", but a lot of people can relate to me more because of that, and I'm proud of it. So
Yes.
just go ahead and do it. If you need any help, you can contact us, Neetu
Yes,
or
we are
me.
always
We are
there.
always there. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Pal. It was wonderful having you
Thank you,
on our
Neetu,
show,
for
and I'm
having me.
sure our audience have learned so much. But don't forget to follow her on her Instagram and feel free to send her a DM. Okay?
Sure.
With that, I'll sign off. Your host, Neetu Rishi. See you again. Bye bye.